time, man.
I ain't
So much time.
About my mom, so we record about my mom's show. What's up, y'all? This is Blue. We at Sound Control Studios in Glen Burnie. I'm with Third IT, and this is what the we doing.
Hey, let's get it. Running up, city on lock, probably fucked the whole summer up. Running up, shouting her body, so I had to pump her up. Running up, she wanna fuss or deliver a lumber truck. Running up, ayy, running up, ayy.
What's up, YouTube? It's Third IT, and you tuned into another episode of What the They Doing. Today, I pulled up to the Sound Control Studio in Glen Burnie, Maryland to holler at my guy Blue as we talk about his progress of being an up-and-coming producer. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, like, comment, do whatever you need to do. But right now, we finna see just what the he doing.
So for this part of the interview, you basically gonna have a 30-second pitch. And that's basically like you get 30 seconds to sell yourself for anybody who don't know you or your work. Anybody new that's watching, or just in general, you have 30 seconds to get right, basically.
I ain't gonna say too much. It's a one-stop shop. Niggas make beats. Niggas is full-on artists. Niggas rap. Niggas pretty much do everything. You follow me at PRODBYBLU4 on Instagram, produced by Blue4. And just hit me, let me know. We collab, buy some beats. Still working on my clothing brand, trying to bring that back. I'm saying just trying to be a jack of all trades. There's no limit to success.
All right, Tom. Yes, sir. So for the first part of the interview, for real, it's just a couple questions I'm gonna ask you. Then after that, got some questions from a couple Instagram followers. But we gonna go ahead and start with my questions. My first question is, I ask everybody this. Just let us know where we at right now and how significant is this place to you.
We at Sound Control Studios. This place is significant because it's one of the first studios that I was going to consistently and like learning studio etiquette and just how to interact in the studio and things like that.
What's one of the main things you say that you picked up being here?
Being in here, I picked up definitely how to interact with artists and just how to sell myself better in certain instances. Of course, I had to like do it and make certain mistakes to actually learn those things, but I attribute my success now to the studio and also Architect Studio also.
Okay. What's in your opinion, tell us what's the best thing and the worst thing about being a producer?
The best thing is the fact that you get to create something that you yourself like. I know some people don't create music like that, like they don't do what they want to do, but like for me, it's the fact that I could create something that I wanted to create. And I'll say something bad. At times, sometimes like overthinking and not trusting your ear can be bad at times.
Next question. What is 4G4L and how has it played a role in your producer career?
It's 4 Great Walls Entertainment, or 4 Great Walls for Life. This played a big impact in my career as a producer because I honestly would have never took producing serious if I never met the people that I met within that group and organization. It is, in a sense, the reason why I'm here talking to you about being a producer.
Okay, so do you feel as though like it's easier to work within a group within this field, or like what? Like, is it easier, or like what does being in the group?
I wouldn't say it's necessarily easier, but I would say it definitely helps because you have people around you who are also doing good things. And in a sense, because me, I'm a very competitive person. Not saying I go against the people in the group, but the things they do help me try to be better.
Okay. Do you feel as though like more people should push to having groups like that, or what?
I say it definitely depends on the type of person you are. Like, groups aren't necessarily for everybody, but I definitely say it would help to further your career and make you a better person at your craft with having people who are also good at your craft.
Okay. Do you have a favorite artist collab? And if you do, what was the process like working with that person?
Nah, not really. I don't really like collab too much with people that aren't like within the group.
Alright. Would you want to collab with somebody?
There's not really nobody off the top of my head that's like I want to, but I'm open to collabing. It's just not nobody in mind that I want to.
Would you want, is it any like specific music artists that you want to produce for or make work with?
In terms of artists, the dream of mine always been having a song with Chief Keef, because like he's the artist that I would say really made me love hip hop music. Per se, like before I was listening to him, I was listening to people like Kanye, 50 Cent, and I like their music, but like Chief Keef's music, it was different in my ears when I first heard it, so I always wanted that collab.
Okay. Could you see yourself opening up your own studio?
Yeah, I definitely, that's a goal of mine for sure. I want to open a studio in America and also one in Africa, specifically West Africa, might be Nigeria or Ghana.
All right, what would you call it?
Honestly, I haven't thought of a name yet, but I know the name definitely gonna be one that attracts people for sure.
All right. So real quick, just tell us, what is a regular day like for you?
A regular day, I can't even say like a regular day, because my days consist of a lot of things. It consists of making beats, it consists of cooking, making art, painting, it consists of making a song, it consists of just working, making money. It consists of a lot of things, honestly. I don't necessarily have like a for sure regular day for me.
What about specifically in the studio?
Specifically a regular day in the studio, well, if I'm going there to cook up, it'll probably go as roll up, smoke, and get my creative juices running, probably listen to certain songs, maybe hear other beats, like get inspiration from some of the other group members in the group, because a lot of beats that the people in the Ford, like they beats is really hard. Like it really, every time I go to the studio, I hear certain beats, it gives me a certain type of motivation.
All right, who are the members, if you don't mind me asking?
The members in 2024, we have Swift AK over there. We got Hunted, he's not here right now. We got No Signal, Justo, Ty, Illusion, and Seven, and myself also.
Okay. All right.
And,
So.
and Lil Ali. I'm forgetting Lil Ali. Yeah, Ali Valentino.
Bet. For those who don't know, at Frostburg, you recently just won Mr. ASA.
Yeah.
Want to go ahead and put that out there. So for those who don't know, can you just explain what that is and what was it like, just the overall process of winning that competition?
Mr. ASA is like the representation of like the African Student Association, and the whole process, honestly, at first it was very like nerve-wracking, because I'm not really a person who speaks like is good at public speaking and things like that, so I had to get over that little fear of talking to large groups, even though like the crowd wasn't as large as I expected, but it was a great experience, like learning how to talk more, how to talk to crowds, how to keep conversation going, and how to keep people engaged. It was a very good experience that definitely helped me.
Can you tell us more about Toriola brand? Like, do you plan on releasing any more merch?
Yes, Toriola brand, that's a clothing brand I created back in 2019. And I definitely want to create new merch. It's just when the money's right, I'm definitely start dropping for sure. I don't want to drop nothing that's not quality, honestly.
Can you explain, like, what is it like actually making clothes and, releasing and selling? Like, what was that like for you?
Making clothes, it's fun, because it's like another way of art, honestly. I just love art. It's like I create a design or create a certain concept, and I give it to somebody and they can create it for me, and it's still artistic in a sense.
All right, so my last question is, are there any future workings or upcoming events that we should know about?
Say it again.
Is there any upcoming events or like future workings that we should know about?
Future workings for sure. I'm planning on dropping like an EP or some type of project where it's like songs either on my beats or people in the Fore. I'm I'm just like trying to finalize like the songs that I want to put on there, the type of vibes I want to put on, and like the different flavors I want on there, honestly. Cause like the more I'm making music and like rapping, I'm realizing like I'm very versatile. It's not like rapping is just not all I could do. I could sing, I could make different types of genres of music also.
Okay.
So y'all definitely have something to look out for in the future.
All right. You familiar with Icy Twat?
Yes, I definitely am. Yeah.
Would you do something like make a album or EP with just your beats, like no words on?
Yes, I definitely want to do something like that. A beat tape. I thought about that like 2 years ago, like earlier when I started like really producing. I definitely will want to like create a beat tape. I just gotta figure out like what goes into making something like that, so people can't steal the beats and how to do it correctly.
I bet.
You got the dog. Could did it in here too.
Oh yeah.
Good, like
Put the flash on. Huh? Cool booth. And I mean,
I'm wondering why I hear your voice, the mic on all the time.
the mic on.
Yeah.
Yeah, the mic. Yeah, the mic. Stay that.
Need to do something with this shit.
Damn. I look at Taj. Alright, so for this last part of the interview, I just got a couple questions from some Instagram followers. The first question is from 30 Perk. He asks, do you have an idea of what the beat would sound like before you start or no?
When the beat starts, I'll put it like this. Before I make a beat, sometimes I'll go in and be like, I want to make a certain beat for a specific artist, but I won't have the sound in my head. I'll just have the idea, like the skeleton of it basically. And then when I start making it, I'll start just adding things, taking things out, and then you get what you get at the end.
Okay. Daddy Will asks, what kickstarted you into making beats?
You said what?
What kickstarted, like what made you start?
Okay, it's actually a funny story. It's not really funny, but I've been making beats since I was like, honestly, like 12. When I was first got like hip to Chief Keef, I was like, yo, these beats are hard. Like I want to learn how to make beats, and I started making beats on, I think it was called Audacity or Audio City, but it was like a type of program where you could just drag like already made loops and drum loops, and it wasn't really like authentic. And it took like a whole 7-8 years for me to meet Swift AK, and just being around him, going to the studio, going to Architect, and then I met somebody, his name is Talk to Nobody, and he had said one day like, all y'all be coming in here, y'all could definitely make beats, like one of y'all could make the hardest beat one day, and you know what I'm saying, y'all just sitting right here, and I'm like, I'm gonna take that take what he said and actually start making beats, and I started making beats.
So when you was 12, did you already have a producer name? Like, was your name the same as it is now?
Nah, when I was 12, I didn't even know what a producer like was. I just knew that I want to make the type of beats that Chief Keef raps on. So I'm gonna try to get a program to try to make those beats, but it wasn't the same program or nothing. But I was still having fun just putting those loops together and creating music.
All right, so if Chief Keef hit you up tomorrow, like, yeah, I need a couple beats, are you charging him?
Honestly, nah, I'm not charging Chief Keef. That's business.
All right. The next question is from Big Terry CEO. He asks, what inspires your process of working beats, and how did you learn?
What do you mean by like the process?
Like, what inspired you to want to
keep making beats?
Yeah.
The inspiration, honestly, is like, it's success. Cause like, I know I'm definitely not where I want to be in terms of music, and I know that even when I'm where I want to be, I could even be better. So it's like, cause I always take the Master P quote. I don't just say it to say it. Like, I really mean it. Like, it's no limit to success. So even if tomorrow I get a hit song and I make 100,000, it's still motivation to keep going, because I can make 200,000 at the end of the day.
And how did you learn?
How did I learn?
Yeah.
I learned making beats from Swift AK and Ali Valentino. I'll say more so from Ali Valentino because he like sat me down and in a sense we both was learning in a sense. So it was more so we helping each other. So I'll say Ali Valentino.
Okay. All right. Isha, she asks, what is your strongest quality as a producer and what is your biggest weakness?
I say my strongest quality is definitely melodies, and I say one of my weaknesses is myself, because there'll be a lot of times where I'll make something and I'll be like, this isn't hard, and then I'll play it for somebody and they'll be like, this is hard, and I'll be thinking to myself like, I don't know how it's hard. Like I definitely could have did better if I would have listened to it how they listening to it type. But.
So, do you see yourself as your biggest fan or your biggest critic?
I'm both, because at times I'll think I'm the hardest producer, this and that, but at the same time, I still have it in the back of my head that it's also other people thinking the same way. So I gotta use that as a push to keep getting better for real.
All right. Next question is from Deuce3X. He said 6'4" Blue versus 6'4" Yimmy. Who's winning and what's the final score? Game go to 11.
Come on, now this shouldn't even be a question.
Game go to 11, bro.
Game go to 11. I think the score would be 11-3, honestly, my way. And I think I'm dunking on him at least 4 times out of those 11 buckets because I'm more athletic than him. Like,
right.
Come on now.
All right. Valentino 4G4L, he asks, what was the moment that made you realize that making music is a passion?
The moment that made me realize it is not necessarily one specific moment, but it's like a lot of moments early on when I started where I would be in school, because at the time I didn't have the FL on my laptop. So it'll be times where I'll be in the school and I'll just be like craving to make a beat. And it's like, dang, I really have a passion for this now. I really want to make a beat. Like I was really bothering AK to like, yo, can you install FL on my laptop? Like it took a while to finally get it, but the time I was waiting to get it, I was really itching to start making beats whenever I wanted to make them.
All right, the last set of questions is coming from Young Shaq 250. My God. I'm gonna ask him separate. His first question is, what was it like winning the ASA pageant?
Winning, it was definitely a surreal moment, because going in, I didn't think I was necessarily gonna win. I just thought it would be a good way to help me learn how to speak to people in public in like a big crowd. But it was definitely a moment where I was cheesing like ear to ear for sure.
So do you feel as though, how important do you feel as though is public speaking, and did that actually help as an end result?
Public speaking is very important, because like, especially in the field I want to do, if I want to get in those big rooms, I gotta know how to speak to a large group or speak to every type of person in a way where I can still be likable.
So the last question from Young Shaq 250 is, if you could work with any producer, who would it be and why?
If I could work with any producer, it'll probably be Pharrell, honestly, because the amount of pull that he has and the type of beats that I make, knowing that I could step in different types of bags, like the beats we could make could go global. Like we can make international music, not just hip hop or pop. We can make global music.
What is your favorite genre? That's gonna be my last question.
My favorite genre to make,
and then in general,
will probably be I would say it would be hip hop beats, but ever since I started making Afro beat, that's definitely like a close second for sure. And you said
in general,
my favorite genre would definitely be hip hop music for sure.
Why?
Because hip hop is like, it got its own, it has a different feel than other songs. I don't know if it's the lyrics, the beats, feel like it's the 808s, honestly, because a lot of other genres don't use 808s, but the 808 just has a certain feel. Like, it gives a certain feel to the room, to your ears, everything.
All right. Anything you want to give up? Any last words? You know, any shout outs, promotions?
Shout outs to the whole 4G, 4L, and promotions. Promote the guys. Really, you could book sessions with Swift AK and Sound Control Studios or Ground 3 Media. Ty and Justo, also engineer. You can book sessions at Architect. The studio just got renovated, so it's probably booked up now, but you could definitely get a session and lock in with them. And yeah, just lock in with like everybody in the 4. Really, like, it's a one-stop shop. You can get your music videos done with 4 visuals. You know what I'm saying? It's a one-stop shop. Just hit one of us up. If you into music or just in the arts, like, just hit one of us up. We definitely help you and help you elevate your career as an artist.
Alright, appreciate you, bro. Alright, this is Third Eye T. I was locked in with my guy Blue, and this is what the they doing.